Hey guys! Today I'm going to read another poem. This one is about my childhood, more or less. It's about the things I learned in my childhood because of what I went through. I was sexually, physically, mentally, and emotionally abused by my father, biological father. All of it kind of led into my teenage years. A lot of the stuff I did as a teenager was because of things that I grew up feeling like that meant I had to do things a certain way. So I'm gonna read the poem. It's called Lessons from My Father. I hope you guys enjoy. Here goes nothing. The first lesson I learned from you was that I was of great use. Great use to a man that was. My body was his tool. The second lesson was that my mouth was not meant to be spoken from, but to speak only when I'm spoken to, unless it was about you and the things that you've done. The third lesson you taught me was to share. If they wanted to turn on my kiddie ride, I was to let them on, no matter if they exceeded the height limit or if the weight would break me. Fourth was to trust, no matter what my gut felt. Fifth was that love meant sex and sex meant love. Sixth was that any attention was good attention. Seventh, respect your man no matter how hard the hit. He's always right, even when he's wrong. Eighth, keep quiet. My words can kill my loved ones. Ninth, I wasn't good enough. But the last lesson, the 10th and the last lesson, I learned this one on my own. The last lesson was to disregard every lesson you ever taught me, because those weren't lessons at all, just manipulation. So yeah, that poem was about things I learned growing up being abused by my father. Some of the things were even about watching my mom be in a relationship with him. If he was an abusive father, you can only imagine how he was as a significant other. She was very tough, but she was always told by him and felt by him that she was never good enough, or that she would never find anybody else who would love her, or that he was the only person that would ever accept her. And watching that as a young girl, gave me the idea that that kind of relationship was okay. I ended up in a few abusive relationships where I felt like I was stuck and felt the same exact way because I grew up watching that. I grew up seeing that it was okay as long as we loved each other, right? Wrong, that's not okay. And I know that now, and I'm glad I got out of those relationships. About the sex meant love and love meant sex, that was more about, he was my father, he was supposed to love and protect me, and that was what he did. And to me as a young girl, that felt like, well, that's what love is when somebody gives you that kind of affection. If that was the affection he gave me, then that surely had to be it, right? And that wrong again. I had to learn that the hard way. But I made many bad choices growing up because of all the things I had to go through as a child. It wasn't fair to me as a girl starting at the age of 3 years old, going through it for 4 long years, almost daily. It was very, very hard to go through, very mentally unhealthy. I was told a lot of times by many therapists that I saw that I would either not make it past 18, or that I'd end up being a prostitute my entire life because that's all I felt worthy of. And that's what I was told from a young age. Imagine a little girl feeling like that's all I would ever get in life. It was just hard growing up with that mindset because I never felt like I had control over myself actually at all. I didn't feel like I could have a say in anything that was going on, because that's what it was like growing up in that kind of situation. I never had a say. I never had control over myself, over my body. Anything that happened was not my choice. But I went through it and I got through it for a reason. And, you know, I thank God every day that I am still here, still alive, still living, because there were many times growing up that I didn't think I could make it. There were many times I felt like I was going to give up on life. Many times that I, you know, had very, very dark thoughts that I wanted to take my life away, and I didn't. That's why I feel like my purpose in life is to tell my story so that others can see that they're not alone. If you went through something different, there is still somebody out there that went through the same things that you went through that could help you, or that you could help by telling them that you are strong or that you have overcome it, because that is what we are supposed to do. We go through the things in life so that we can pass it on, so that we can help others get through their situations that are similar to ours. I'm so grateful for everybody watching and that you guys enjoy my videos. I'm so grateful for all the feedback I get from you guys and the messages I get. It just makes me feel like I'm doing something right. You know, I'm doing something good. And, you know, I'm just so grateful for all of you. I love you guys all so much, and just so blessed to be able to, you know, be doing this, to be able to have you guys as my followers, as my friends, as my, you know, my supporters. I'm so blessed and so thankful for every one of you. But yeah, so thank you guys all so much. I'll have so much more real soon. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, share, and I can't wait to hear from you guys. I can't wait to share all my new ideas with you. So yeah, I'll see you guys real soon. Bye guys.